Making things, quality isn't some final check at the end of the line. It has to be baked in from the very beginning. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on how SAP S4HANA makes this happen. We'll break down the two main strategies every quality team absolutely needs to know: being proactive to prevent problems and being reactive to fix them when they pop up.
I mean, think about it. It's a massive challenge, right? How in the world do you make sure every single one of thousands of products is perfect? Well, a system like SAP S4HANA is designed to tackle exactly this by weaving quality management right into the manufacturing process itself. So let's see how that works, starting with the very first line of defense: planned inspections. All right, so first things first, let's talk about being proactive. This is where you're not just waiting around for problems to show up. Nope, you're planning for quality right from the get-go. It's all about creating a solid blueprint for excellence before you even start. To really get a feel for this, let's imagine something. Let's say you're the quality planner at a bike company. Your mission is simple, but it's a big one. Make sure every single bike that rolls out of that factory is up to standard. So, how do you do it day in and day out? You build the quality checks directly into the production plan. So here's how that planned process actually works. It all starts when you, the planner, define what needs to be checked, like brake tension or tire pressure, and you put those checks into the bike's digital production plan, which is called a routing. Then, the moment a new batch of bikes starts production, boom, SAP automatically creates something called an inspection lot. Just think of it like a digital folder for all the quality data for that batch. A technician on the floor does the measurements, types them in, and here's the cool part. The system instantly compares those numbers to the standards and flags anything that's off. It's a totally seamless, data-driven loop. Now, you could inspect every single bike, but that would slow production down to a crawl. It's just not efficient. So the planner also gets to decide how much to inspect. Using what's called a sampling procedure, they can tell the system to just test, say, 20% of the bikes. And this is a really critical balancing act. You've got to make sure quality is high, but without killing your production speed. Okay, but let's be real. Even the best plans can hit a snag. So what happens when a totally unexpected problem shows up? Well, this is where the system has to pivot from that proactive planning to a reactive, event-controlled process. So picture this. Our technician is on the floor doing their usual checks on that 20% sample of bikes, and they find something that's a big deal. This is that moment where the system needs to be flexible enough to handle surprise right there on the shop floor. And what they find is not good at all. The technician discovers that the gear shift is totally faulty on a whopping 50% of the bikes they inspected. This isn't just a minor blip, it's a huge issue that could bring the whole line to a grinding halt. So they do a quick investigation, and the team figures something out that's absolutely critical. The problem wasn't a bad shipment of parts from a supplier, the issue is internal. It's a production defect, happening right there in their own factory. And knowing that difference is everything when it comes to finding the right fix. Okay, so what they do next is super important. Instead of just, tapping a manager on the shoulder, the technician creates a formal production defect notification right there in SAP. Think of this like a digital red alert that officially kicks off a documented process to fix the problem. And check out the complexity here. The rework actually needs 2 different teams to coordinate. That's exactly the kind of messy, cross-functional problem that a system like SAP is built to manage and track. And all of this, it really brings us to the heart of the matter when it comes to quality management in production. We've just walked through 2 very, very different situations, and they really represent the 2 fundamental approaches that you've got to master. So there you have it, the 2 sides of the quality coin. On one side, you've got the planned process. That's your blueprint. It's all about building quality in from the very start to prevent problems from ever happening. On the other side, you've got the event-controlled process. That's your emergency response plan. It's designed to step in and correct issues the second they appear. Any truly great quality system has to be amazing at both. So if you're a quality professional, or you want to be one, your job is really split in 2. You use those planned processes to build that blueprint for quality, trying to make problems as rare as possible. But you also have to be an expert at deploying those event-controlled processes, your emergency response, to solve problems fast and effectively the moment they do show up. And that really leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Where should a business focus more of its energy and resources? On perfecting prevention or on mastering correction? The real answer is, of course, you need both. The true art is finding the right balance for your company, And understanding how SAP gives you the tools for both sides of that coin, well, that's the first step on that journey.